Alright, what's going on everyone? So today I decided I wanted to go through pretty much every single popular Pixelmon mod pack slash server and see which one's the best in 2024. So first things first, this mod pack and server is the complex Pixelmon server. Now there are two mod packs that are actually going to lead you to this server specifically. It's Pixelmon Reforged and Complex Pixelmon. Now I'm gonna have all the links for how to download and play these mod packs in the description. But I'm using Technic Launcher, so there might be other mod packs or other popular mod packs that I'm not exploring today, or even servers. Maybe I'll explore them for a different video, or I don't really know. But today we're starting off on Complex Pixelmon. Now I've actually started my own series on this server, and it's not even just because this is my favorite server or favorite mod pack. It's just I didn't and haven't tried out any other mod packs. So this video is going to kind of be me just figuring out which mod pack slash server actually could be the best for playing Pixelmon, but also kind of giving a review and going over some pros and cons for each mod pack. And I don't really know how popular Pixelmon is in 2024, but I figured that some people might be interested in just kind of seeing me go through each server and talking about the experience and kind of going over which mod pack might be the best. And Pixelmon, at least on Technic Launcher, pretty much has most of the popular mod packs as a Pixelmon mod pack, so it's kind of taken over that. So today, like I said, Reforged and Complex Pixelmon both lead you to this server. There is apparently also vanilla Minecraft, but there's Pixelmon, which is what we're here for. Now, when you come in, there are three Pixelmon servers that you can go to within, and it actually says Pixelmon Reforged at the top, but I'm actually not using the Reforged mod pack. I'm just using the normal complex gaming Pixelmon mod pack. Now, before I even go in, I just want to point out that the journey map, the map that I'm using for this, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description. I'm using a specific mod, and all I did was add it to the mod folder. I think Pokemon or Pixelmon Reforged has a map already installed. I don't remember, but Complex Pixelmon didn't have that installed, so that's already one kind of negative. So I'll link that in the description as well. And if you want that, you just have to literally download the jar and put it in your mod folder, and then you'll have a map ready to go. Anyways, when you spawn into Complex Pixelmon server, you kind of start here. Now, I'm going to try to rate each server as a standalone thing. I haven't played any others, so I'm not going to compare or try to compare or act like I know what other servers are going to be like. So we're just going to kind of rate it and give the pros and cons kind of on its own. I'm also just going to point out some quick tips for beginners, like quick things to know just right away. As someone, like, assuming that I'm someone who's never played Pixelmon before or played on the server before. Now I have, but like if I'm a new person, we'll kind of go over some things. So you start off by being gifted some stuff. I think you actually have to do slash kits, and you can go ahead and get yourself Pokeballs, Great Balls, Rare Candies, Potions, Ultra Balls, and some just starter stuff. Now, this server specifically starts you off with something called Pixel Gear. Usually it's actually in your hand. And when you right click it, it gives you a nice little menu that shows you places you can warp, kits that they give you for free, which you can only get the one kit. The rest, apparently you need different permissions for, either by spending money or maybe just for rewards. I don't know for sure. But you only start off with one kit that you can get for free. And then it gives you anything else, like you have a PokeWiki that gives you kind of base stats and stuff you can look through. And then it kind of tells you about different rare spawns, how to trade, and other various things that you can look through. So this is kind of your all-in-one guide to the server. The next thing is to start off, you can use slash RTP. I'm guessing it's probably similar in other servers. I don't know for sure though, but RTP kind of teleports you somewhere random. And then something that I'm going to go ahead and actually assume is the same on most servers is you can start a claim. So because it's a multiplayer server, you can claim your own specific area. That way people don't come in and like steal your loot and destroy your stuff. So you can pick and choose your own area, obviously, as long as it's not been taken. Now, something specific on this server is you can actually choose a shiny starter. Now, I didn't show it, but when you select a starter, you can actually, before you click on a normal one, at the top it'll say choose shiny starter, so you can choose any of the starters for free for just a shiny version, and the IVs and everything like that is still random, but you can get a shiny version, and then obviously no matter what, your starter's going to always have the mark. Now, if you join the Discord, I already did, but if you join the Discord as well, you get a free shiny spin. I don't know if every single shiny Pokemon is in there. Well, probably not legendaries, but I don't know if every base, shiny's in there or not. But nonetheless, I got a free Rapidash. So that's also pretty cool. I think I don't know how it's going to be for the other servers, but I will say from just my experience, because I've played on this one before, I do think that the rate of shinies, like being able to get them for free, is a little too high in my opinion. It's a little oversaturated. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, if you're watching this, you might have a different opinion. You might like the idea of having a lot more shinies, and having the option to get even more legendaries. We'll kind of go over that in a bit. But for me, I think it's just a little too common. I think shiny should be a little bit more on the rare side and have a little bit more value. I think that's just how it should work. Now, obviously, some of these servers, I don't know about this one specifically, have been around for a long time. Sometimes they are reset, but otherwise they've been around for a while, so surely people will get shinies anyways. I get giving players free shinies, but it's pretty crazy that you can start the world with 2 free shinies like I have right here. And another thing that they literally have is you can get tokens for free, and trust me, you get them pretty easy. I have not spent any money, and on my other server, I have a lot of tokens. Now, I'm not on that one just because I want to show what it's like starting off as a new player, but basically, you can use tokens, which you get a plenty of. I have like 200, pretty easy off, and you can use 20 tokens to change your Pokemon to shiny. Now, you can't do this with legendaries, so there is that. They also have like other options like Rainbow Rapidash, Drown Rapidash. I think Charizard has like a zombie version, so they have some specific stuff there. Um, but I think, like I said, I think shinies are a little bit too common and a little bit too oversaturated in my opinion. But there are a lot of pros to the server. If you come over here, now you can normally just kind of warp to it. You have a warp to pretty much anywhere you want on the server. But if you come over here, you can, every time you level up, which is fairly often, at least at the beginning, you get free keys where you can use a level crate, and you have some pretty good stuff in there, like Master Balls and whatnot. And again, the chance at free shinies, so cool, but also maybe a little bit too much. And if you vote, you get up to 10 votes per day. You also get keys. You get some stuff in here. Not as good, but you can still get some decent stuff. I think it's more on the positive side. I think that's really cool for players that don't want to spend any money. And then there are crates that you can get for spending money and or using your in-game currency to buy keys that other players have. And there's obviously shops and stuff. So with every server I'm going to go over, I'm not going to go over every single thing. There's plenty to explore, plenty to do. I'm just going to talk about kind of some of the basics and the pros and cons and go over some of the basic stuff as far as the server is ran. But I think some of my favorite features about this server, and we'll kind of have to see how other servers are ran, but this one specifically has something called contracts and hunts. Now, contracts, you can choose easy, medium, hard, or insane, and obviously they become harder as you go, but also you get better rewards. And you get 3 tasks, five, and five with different difficulties. And if you complete them, you get free rewards. I think it's a really cool idea. Let's go ahead and just accept one just to kind of show you what it's like. So right now, it's 32 dive balls. I have to craft them. I have to complete one easy or better hunt, which we'll go over in just a second, and defeat 20 Pokemon. Not too hard, but crafting can be kind of a challenge. But you get some decent rewards, and it's free, but it gives you something to do, and I really like that. Now, my favorite feature so far are hunts. Now, sometimes they have flash server hunts. If you complete them, you can get various things. For this one, it's 100,000 coins and emote spin. This is the first person to catch whatever it's asking, which is a male, cutie flyer with giant, huge, or pygmy size, and you can get an easy, a medium, a hard, or an insane. Now, hard and insane cost tokens to start. I'm guessing because the rewards are super good, so it's kind of making it so you can't just stack them up. But they're pretty hard. Let's go ahead. I mean, here's the thing: an easy hunt is literally just going to give you a Pokemon and of a species, and then one gender. Medium will give you a species, gender, and then 3 different growths. Now, insane, even though you probably get good rewards, I don't have tokens actually. It's pretty hard. You have to get a certain species with a certain gender. It's going to be a pretty rare Pokemon, and then you have only 2 growth options out of all of them, 2 natures, which is pretty crazy, and you have to get a minimum amount of IVs, which is usually like 50% or better. So that's pretty crazy. Now, I will say something I like about this server to help with the hunts is you can actually teleport to specific biomes, right? But it's not just you get teleported to a random biome and you explore. They actually, for example, this taiga biome, they actually have, and it's not loading yet. So they actually have a list of all the Pokemon that you can find. So if you have a certain hunt, you can find the name and find it here. And then when you go around, there's certain spawners that actually tell you which Pokemon can spawn at the spawner. So it gives you a list. I don't think the colors matter for rarity necessarily, but you can go around. There's different spawners like this. You can come back and different things will spawn. So I think that's really cool. All around, there's still plenty more to talk about. They have like dungeon things. They have lifetime contracts, which I really like. I'll actually go over that real quick. Um, it gives you something to really grind for. You have lifetime achievements, which obviously, as you can see, can be a lot and a really big grind, but it gives you something to do if you want to play on the server a lot and for a long time. They also give you rewards based on playtime. It starts at, I think, like half an hour, then 6 hours, 12 hours, and so on, and obviously you get better rewards. So there are a lot of ways to be rewarded, and they do have a lot of events, and you really have a lot to do on the server, I think, and it's ran really well. I think all around, I will go ahead and rate this server an 8 out of 10. I think the only reason I'm knocking it down in points is because I think the shinies and some of the rewards you get are a little oversaturated, like you're gifted it a little too easy. I do think giving players, especially players that don't want to spend any money, a lot of rewards to grind for is a really good thing, and I don't think the idea of giving players shinies is terrible, but I think starting off with 2 shinies and then being able to use tokens to turn most Pokemon into shinies and all that just isn't my favorite. But otherwise, the server is pretty fun, and I think the mod pack is pretty good. Like I said, another reason I'm knocking it down is because you have to add, at least in this one, you have to add the minimap yourself. It doesn't come with it. But I think that's about it, and we're going to move on to the next mod pack. Alright, so next we are on the Pixel Spark mod pack, and the server that's related, that's built into the mod pack itself. I was thinking about just playing every single mod pack and then kind of doing a review after I play for a bit, but instead I think I'm going to just act like I'm a brand new player and you guys are kind of going to experience everything as I learn it with me live. Obviously, not actually live, but just, as I kind of react to it and see it. So, I will say, even though this is the most downloaded and installed mod pack on Technic for Pixelmon, this has way less players than the complex Pixelmon server. Now, just because it has less players, I mean, obviously that can mean that it's worse or people don't like it as much, but I'm not going to let that decide anything for me. If anything, it could be an experience for you and your friends to hop on and just not have a ton of people in your way. You can just play with a smaller community, and just kind of have a server ready to go. So, but anyways, that's the first thing I noticed. The next thing I noticed is you have default starters, but you also have the option for custom starters. You can choose, it says the Pokemon, you can actually choose a Hatena, a Bagon, so it's not like you don't have to just choose the normal starters. It also says that there's a 3 times perfect stats, so you get 3 times 31 IVs, and it even tells you that you get hidden abilities, and then you have a double shiny chance. So, that's interesting. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick Bagon. I'm a big fan of shiny Salamence, so we'll pick Bagon, confirm it, and we didn't get a shiny. Okay. Now, there's 12 players online, but there's, like, I think up to 6 or 7 different servers, so altogether there's probably, like, between 50 and 70 people, at least right now. Now, I've been playing, for me, it's 9:51 p.m. Eastern Time, so, it's not exactly, like, prime time, but it's also not in the middle of the night or something. Alright, welcome to Paradise, the most advanced and feature-packed Pixelmon server on the market. We strive to provide an experience you won't find anywhere else. Keep inventory is on. So let's see. Let's check on. Oh, first of all, you do start off with a Master Ball. You do get kind of a starter outfit. Information menu. A Pokeball voucher gives you 8 times random Pokeballs. We'll redeem this, I guess. I got heal balls. I accidentally threw one on the ground. And then we have the information menu. Tells me tokens, balance, battle points, everything. There's 12 players online. There's votes, world boss, events, Poke Party, Flash Hunt, Drop Crate, Legendary, Ultra Beast. Tells you the last, time. So the last event was 400 days ago, so that's interesting. Flash Hunt was 74, Drop Crate was 74. But last Legendary was 5 hours, last Ultra Beast was a day and a half. That's very interesting. You can look at your party stats, and then the other things. There's commands, gyms, unlockable ranks, there's kits. So probably a lot of similar things to the complex Pixelmon. And I'm guessing that a lot of the servers are going to have a lot of the same things. But let's see. You can vote here as well. You can vote up to 7 times daily to earn voting keys. And then let's check the IVs. I think it's at, 3 perfect IVs? So it should be some perfect ones. 31, 22, 31, 31, 24, 27. So 90% almost starter. That's really good to see. Now, it just said that someone listed a shiny Whirlipede. And so they have a global trade system here as well. Looks like this is where you can use keys to open crates. They have a voting one, so kind of the same type of deal here on this server. You also get free tokens each day with a kit, and you get a daily roulette. So let's see what we get from the daily roulette. Apparently you can get random items, held items it looks like mainly. I got a Focus Sash. The other server, it seems a lot easier to get Focus Sash. But anyways, it seems a lot similar to Complex Pixelmon, but it's just a lot more dead. Like I said, the benefit to that is you and your friends can hop on and just have a server that's probably more to yourselves. But it seems like, especially with the last event being 400 something days ago, I would say if you get on, you might want to message some of these people on here. I could do that myself. I probably won't. I'll just leave them alone, let them play. But I feel like if you wanted to, you could probably ask some people around, kind of what's going on, what's the vibe. I'm sure you could make some friends. It's probably a lot more, personal than another bigger server. But the next thing I'll do is see if I can random teleport. Alright, so we're kind of somewhere random, and at this point, it says you can claim up to 140 more blocks, which, to be honest, in the other mod pack, the other server, you can claim chunks, and it seems like you have a lot to start. So I'm going to go ahead and rate this server. I don't know about the mod pack specifically, but this server itself, I'll go ahead and rate it maybe like a 6 out of 10. It's hard to give it anything lower or higher all around. It seems like it has a lot of the same features. I don't know when these servers were created, so I don't know who copied who. Obviously, they have a lot of similar ideas. I don't know if this server copied, or they the other server copied this server, or if there's going to be the same kind of idea. And it's really hard to say, but it seems like they're missing events, contracts, hunts, things and ways to keep things interactive. They do have those shiny spins at the beginning where you can use keys, but I don't know how easy it is to get keys. So I will say maybe finding shinies and legendaries and stuff are a little bit more uncommon, which to me is a plus. I think I like that. And it doesn't seem like, even with the daily spin, you just kind of get held items. So it seems like on this server things are a little bit more rare, but maybe because of that, a lot less people are playing. I just find it fascinating that even though this is the most installed and downloaded mod pack, let's see, for less lag, increased shiny spawns, and a free Master Ball type / mod pack. And I'm guessing that has something to do with maybe joining the server or something like that, or just whatever. But yeah, I don't know, just it's the most downloaded mod pack. So I was thinking, I know that servers don't really relate to the mod pack. The mod pack was created just as a experience on its own. But you would think that if it's already the most downloaded and installed mod pack, that it would have a lot of people on it, playing on the servers. So I don't know why the play count is so low. I'm not sure if there's any kind of lore or reasoning behind it, but overall it's okay. I'm sure, like I said, you could hop on and still have some fun, but it just seems a little lacking. Like Complex Pixelmon server definitely is a few steps ahead of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and give it probably a 5 out of 10, just because I haven't seen any others yet, so it could get worse, but it could also be better. Alright, so now we are on a mod pack called Cobblemon. I'm pretty impressed. By the way, if you hear some clink clinking in the background, it's just my dog's collars. But anyways, Minecraft 1.20.1, way newer version, so I'm impressed by that. Now down here it says 147 mods. I don't think there's 147. I clicked on the mods and it says that there are 28 mods. But at the same time it says showing 28. I could open the mods folder. Um, Apparently there's a mod called What the Hell Is That? So, seems pretty cool. But at the end of the day, if you scroll up, there's something called Cobblemon specifically, and it says adds Pokemon to the world, letting you find, battle, capture, and evolve them. So, this is interesting. Now, as far as multiplayer goes, there's only 65 people on the server. We'll check it out in just a second. But something else I wanted to kind of point out is that there is actually an option to host world, and you can create a new world. I don't know if that will work with friends or not, but I'd have to honestly test that out. But if you can just create your own world and have your friends join, that would already be a pretty big W. But let's go ahead and see what the server's like. And also, it's not just normal Pixelmon, it's literally called Cobblemon. So I don't know if they changed the Pokemon mod at all, but I guess we'll take a look. Alright, so on this server and on this mod pack, you start off and just see you can come back to spawn at any time. And you press M to choose your starter. So let's go ahead and choose our starter. Alright, you can choose from any region. The sprites already look different. So I guess this is not just normal Pixelmon, this is kind of their own version of the mod, but that's honestly pretty interesting. I'm actually intrigued. I'm not fully against it. I'm gonna go ahead and just stay in Kanto. You know what? I lied. Let's go to Paldea. Let's choose Quaxley. I don't know. I choose you. Level 10 instead of level 5. Seems like they have their own ways, or own sounds as well. Now, a normal Pixelmon, you can just go to them like this. I don't know how to actually go to my Pokemon. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so I pressed M again, and I can just see that my Quaxly's right here. I can see its moves, its stats. Can I right-click on it? No. I wonder if there's a way to check IVs or not, but it has a held item. Or it has an option to put a held item. It tells you that it's water. That's pretty interesting. Now, the next thing it says to get started, create your kingdom, and your kingdom is your own protected land. Play solo or invite some friends, which is pretty interesting. So, Cobblemon, I guess, is kind of its own Minecraft mod pack. I'll have to double check and see if there's actually 100 plus mods or if there's only 28. Now, what they just did is what other servers do is they clear Pokemon that aren't like special or shiny or events. They all have their own new sprites. I don't know how many Pokemon there are. I honestly did not know that this existed until today. So to be honest, I would have to kind of do more research before I tell you much. I don't really mind if the models look worse than normal Pixelmon, if it's still fun. It looks like they have a lot of Pokemon though. And the kingdom idea is pretty cool. It's like your own claim, but it's like your own land with your own Pokemon. I love how the trees are pink. It honestly looks really pretty. And if it has a lot of mods like it says it does, this could be pretty good. The server isn't huge, but the people so far that have been typing seem pretty cool, seems pretty chill. It seems like its own community. I'd have to honestly do some more research. I don't know enough about the mods itself or about like if there's any kind of crates and keys or if it relates to Pixelmon in those ways. But I'm going to go ahead and give this server a 9 out of 10. I didn't know this existed, so I mean maybe you already know. But I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 to start just because it's its own original thing. This isn't even actually really Pixelmon because it's Cobblemon. But I like how it's a newer Minecraft. It's its own mod pack, and it seems like it's kind of a unique twist. So I really like the idea. So I guess if you're watching this, you definitely might want to try just exploring and figuring out this Cobblemon mod pack on your own and trying to have some fun. I definitely might play this soon and even make videos on this mod pack. We'll kind of just have to see, but it would take a long time for me to really learn everything because I already know a lot about Pixelmon and Pixelmon servers, but Cobblemon and this mod pack I know nothing about. So I'll include it in the video, and I'll give it a good rating for now or review, but I would have to kind of do some more research and probably make a video specifically on this to kind of figure everything out. But this is pretty interesting to say the least. You load in, you get this that just tells you there's 164 people online. I don't know. Let's see, its best features, 900 plus custom textures, quests and guilds, world boss events, player and NPC gyms, player warps, events hosted daily, battle towers, shard armor, pixel Mon, does it say Mick or yeah Mick MMO custom abilities, and I guess there's different servers that have a different amount of people online. But let's click this. So there are different servers. There's 31, 25, 13, 7, 24, um, 42, 11, and 10. Let's just do the one with 42 because it's not too many people. I'm used to like at least 60, 70, or 80 on the other servers I play on, so that's not even a lot to me. So when you load in, you get some basic stuff. You actually spawn with a fossil cleaner and a fossil machine. You get a starter helmet and chestplate. There's Poke Info. A Pokeball voucher gives you 8 random Pokeballs, kind of like the Pixel Spark server. In fact, the top is kind of the same, and you also get this custom starter thing. So, again, I don't know who copied who, but this is more similar to Pixel Spark, but just more popular, I guess, more active. You also have the option for default starters and custom starters, but this one, yeah, and then again, just like Pixel Spark, this one gives you 3 times perfect IVs and 2 times shiny chance. So, let's see. I've decided to go with Dratini, just because even though it's not exactly the most popular Pokemon, well, it's actually pretty popular, just maybe not on this list. I really like Dragonite, so we get a 3 times perfect IV stats and a double shiny chance, which already isn't that high, so probably won't be shiny. But we'll confirm. It's not shiny as far as I can tell. Nope, I don't know why it's blue though, maybe because it's a special starter. Doesn't have a mark of any kind. Just ordinary growth, kind of an average nature. We have the Poke Info. Shows me my balance. It shows me that I have 978 Pokemon to catch and I only have 1. Apparently, this shows you when there's like events, legendaries, and whatnot. You can warp, economy guide, and there's just a guide to gyms. There's a global trade system. There are quests. Time quests are missions, so that reminds me of the complex Pixelmon server. Events, guilds, missions. Complete increasingly difficult missions which progress your mission badge and yield higher value rewards over time. So kind of similar, but a little different, and then tiered quests. You can vote to earn voting keys, tokens, and claim blocks. You get different badges. You can look at your Pokedex. Now, it looks like there's a Pokebuilder here as well, which just means that if we have enough tokens, we can change it to shiny. It costs 2,000. I don't really know if that's a lot or not. So kind of similar to the server that I'm on. So right now, it looks like this is just like a mix of Pixel Spark and complex Pokemon. I'm not going to go ahead and say that this stole anything from another mod pack or vice versa, because like I said, I don't know when they came out. I don't know how it all went. But there is on the map, it shows you donor shop, mining, building blocks, I'm guessing for like buying stuff, and just kind of a cool start. Right click the Squirtle to hunt, and search for statues hidden around warps for a free shiny key. So it seems like it's similar in the sense of it gives you probably the option to choose shinies and get that as well. So let's go ahead and random teleport. You can choose Overworld, Nether, or Ultra Space. Again, this reminds me of Pixel Spark, so it's kind of like a mix. We also did start off with 2 Master Balls, by the way. That's interesting. Alright, we teleported to a Plains biome. So, yeah, I really think I like this this server. Again, like I said, I would have to spend more time. And if any of you watching this video wants me to make like longer videos on specific mod packs, like making a long video of me just playing on this mod pack or the other ones, let me know. I could always do that. But just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and give this maybe like a 7, 7.5. The reason is because I think that the Complex Pixelmon mod pack is still going to be better. And wow, wherever I spawned is just like destroyed, which is a little interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. But I do think that the Complex Pixelmon server is just better. It has more players, it's more active. But this one's kind of like a mix of that and Pixel Spark. I still think this one's probably good, and you can still have fun and hop on with friends, and it's going to provide pretty much the same type of stuff and with the similar events. So I'm not going to really rate it much lower or higher. I would put it near the same, but I do feel like Complex Pixelmon is going to be a little bit more um, fresh and new and kind of optimized, I guess is the word I was looking for. But all around, this one's definitely not bad. It's a pretty good Pixelmon server, and if this was your first one, compared to like maybe playing Complex Pixelmon, it really isn't that big of a deal, and you can still have plenty of fun. So yeah, not a bad server, and like I said again, this will be linked in the description. On to the next mod pack. Alright, so when you spawn in, looks like you're given a server selector. So let's take a look. There's Gold, Platinum, Emerald, and Ruby. It looks like Emerald and Ruby only have one player, and Gold has 15. So we'll go to the more popular one. I guess it would be kind of funny to join the one that has just one player and say hi to them. But with this one, looks like it's a little dead. But like I said, I'm not gonna let the play count kind of affect what I think. I think overall, I mean, you could definitely take that into account. You found a wishing star. How do you want to equip it? I think this is for the mega thing. You could take it into account for sure. It's definitely more fun playing on a server normally if you have more people. But like I said, if you wanted a more laid-back server for you and your friends to join, then this is always an option. Let's go ahead and choose Froakie. I don't know. You also can't choose a shiny starter to start, so we'll point that out. But nonetheless, we have a common scroll. Complete every challenge on the clue scroll to redeem it for a prize. Defeat 3 Yungoos, 2 Wingull, and catch 3 Wingull. We have an EXP share to start, and just some basic stuff. Great Balls, Pokeballs, Revive, all that type of stuff. Now, I will say that this server doesn't have any kind of item to start that lets you look at like commands and anything else the server offers. So, I don't know if there's any type of commands. That could be one reason why the server doesn't have a lot of people on it. Maybe this one just isn't as optimized. It's just kind of a smaller server. But, you know, so I don't know much. I know there's a random teleport option, but let's look around the spawn, see if we can find anything else about the server that might be important. Okay, so I went looking around some more. I did find a way, a Poke Designer, you can use this to change your Pokemon stats. You can use gems, I don't know what that is, but I guess some kind of currency. Obviously, to increase or decrease the level, you can change IVs or EV. You can even change shininess, so that kind of is the same type of thing. You can use a global trade system and also combine different scrolls, and obviously, as we saw, scrolls are like those challenges to use. I think the main issue with the server is, like I said, when you start, I mean, first of all, this area is, you have to walk a bit, and second of all, there isn't any kind of item that kind of tells you what to do and where to go. I think the servers that kind of give you even just billboards or text, or an item that kind of gives you tips and tricks, this one kind of just, you know, you have to go on your own, which isn't, you know, terrible. I'm not saying that having something hold your hand is the end-all be-all, but like the Poke Center, first of all, I typed in warps. It doesn't even look like there are any warps. Maybe there are, just there isn't an actual warp thing, like a command set. But yeah, there isn't any kind of info on if there's any kind of voting or crates or keys like usual. There wasn't even any info on this kind of stuff, like if there's a global trade system. I had to kind of find it all on my own. So for new people like me joining, it seems like there's not exactly a good amount of info for you, and it's like there's a Poke Hunt, which is cool. That's something I like. But, like, it didn't tell me anything about a Poke Hunt. I probably wouldn't have known that. Like, if I went to randomly teleport, I might not have known much about it. Like, so far, the server doesn't really tell you anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be an item. It could be just text. So, definitely gonna drop off a lot of points just because I feel like if I joined this server compared to the other ones, I might be like, this just feels like a single-player world. Not just because there's not a lot of people playing, but just because this just seems like a village that you can't obviously destroy things in. And I kind of had to explore on my own and find the Poke Center and find out what's going on there. But I'm going to keep looking around just to see if I can find anything else out that's cool about the server. They do have crates you can obtain through buying. We'll have to look at that command in just a second. They have rank crate type of things. Vote. You can vote the server and vote shop. Now, again, this isn't even close to where you start. You start on the other side. You have to walk all the way around to this way. It's not even optimized at all. It's literally just basic Minecraft chests with text. It doesn't tell you in any sort of way with paper or anything that you can even vote or buy things. Like if you make a server that you can spend real life money. I'm not saying that I necessarily want to or agree or like think that's a good thing, but it didn't even tell me that I could. So you kind of just have to figure it out yourself. So it looks like on the map there's some kind of path. I have no idea if that's going to lead me anywhere. I'm not going to follow that. I really don't know. I'm going to go ahead and give this maybe like a 4 or 5 out of 10. I'm not going to completely crap on it. It's not like some trash thing. It's still a server you can join with friends. It's still Pixelmon. It still has some good features like hunts and even this common scroll. But like I said, it doesn't really matter about the play count. Obviously, that is maybe a factor you can take in, and maybe there's a reason that the play count isn't that high because there's plenty of other servers that provide a lot better things with a lot better value, with a lot better info. So, like I said, you literally start off with a scroll. That's cool. You get. I can't even reopen it, which is interesting. Oh, you can't open it. So you can't even open it. You just have to like read it. I mean, that's cool, but you literally start off with just that. I mean, obviously you start off with these items. That's not what I mean. But I just mean that the only thing that you have that tells you about the server, what you can do on the server, other than play basic vanilla Minecraft or basic vanilla Pixelmon, is this scroll. And I had to walk around to find the rest. And then when I did find it, it's like, okay, cool. I don't know if there's any warps. The only command that I really know is buy and like teleport. So like at this point, if I was gonna play, I would randomly teleport, and then I guess I would try to come back. I don't know if there's any other places. I would maybe vote and get some keys, but really, it's just not optimized that well. Like I said, you could join, and I'm sure you could have some fun with some friends. But if you wanted to join a server, I definitely still recommend Complex Pixelmon server or the Pixelmon Reforged server. They all kind of lead to the same place, or both those mod packs specifically. Now, like I want to point out that I'm not I'm not promoting anything specifically. I'm not being paid. It's not like I have a friend that I'm promoting any certain mod pack or server. I literally just made this video because I was thinking about what other type of servers there could be for Pixelmon, because I literally just played the first one that I found, which was Complex Pixelmon, and I wanted to see what it would be like for a new player to hop on a server and kind of give you guys my first thoughts and kind of what most people probably would be thinking. So I'm sure these people put a lot of time into the server, whoever the creators are, and there's a lot of potential. And I'm not saying they should just go around stealing what other people have done, but I do think there's a lot of optimization to be done as far as info when you join the server. What to do, give us a list of commands at least. I'm not even sure if there's a command to claim area. I'm not even sure if that's a thing. Maybe because it's such a small server, you can just claim whatever you want that's not in the spawn area. I really don't know. So, to wrap up the video, as far as the mod packs we looked at, like I said, it's not the end all be all. There could be more, but as far as the popular ones we looked at, Complex Pixelmon, Reforged Pixelmon mod packs, the server there is definitely going to be your best bet. Cobblemon mod pack looks like maybe the most unique and cool kind of feature and idea. It's like its own spin and iteration. And then the last mod pack that we looked at, I don't remember the name, but obviously I put that in the video. That one was pretty good. It had kind of a mix of Pixel Spark and the Complex Pixelmon, but I still think that one's probably not going to be as good as your, like I said, Complex and Reforged. But I will say that one also apparently had like a $300 PayPal tournament and maybe a Star Wars storyline. I didn't get to see that, but seemed like that could have some interesting things. And I'm sure if I spent more time and made videos on all these servers specifically, we could find some interesting things. And I don't mean just like interesting Pixelmon and Pokemon. I just mean like we could probably, I would probably go around and type and ask people some questions about the server and the history of the server if they know anything, and kind of what's to do and where to go. But one reason I didn't do that is because if I'm a new player and I don't want to interact, and I don't want to type and ask a million questions and bother people, what am I going to know and what am I going to learn on my own? And so far what I've told you is all the stuff that I've learned on my own, without help, without bothering people, without typing a million questions in the chat. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some things and kind of found out what kind of mod packs and Pixelmon servers that you would like. Like I said, leave some comments if you want me to make future videos on specific servers or mod packs, or just make a part 2 on future or further servers of Pixelmon that I could find. But this is all we're going to do for now, and I chose the popular ones for a reason, just because there could be some really unknown ones that are actually really good as far as mod packs or servers. But these are the ones that are known, so I figured these would be the best ones as far as player count and whatnot. But anyways, I learned a lot, and I think I'm gonna stick to the mod packs that I've been playing on and making videos on. But I might, hop around to some other mod packs someday, like Cobblemon maybe, and make some videos and make a series. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about these servers. Peace.